Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Merritt,
My name is Felipe Rocha.
and welcome to Sports Rivalry. We'll be covering the competitive matchup between ranked number 11 Baylor versus Texas Christian University, and they'll be actually playing at Texas Christian University. So if you want to catch this game on TV, it'll be aired at 11 a.m. on FS1.
So the first game of this 140 game series was played in 1899, making the rivalry one of the oldest and most played game in college football. It was actually a tie back then, 0-0. The largest victory was 52-0. Baylor won back in 1910. The current win streak is TCU winning four in the past games. Back in 2015, that's when they won, and they have not lost since then. The football games between Baylor and TCU have been decided by 7 points or less 42 times, including 7 ties. So this history has been very competitive, and both these teams have a good chance to win this game.
And just to add on to that, this is like one of the most anticipated and respected sports rivalry in sports history, just because once upon a time, both schools were located in Waco, Texas. And so when they were both located in the same city, that's when they played each other multiple times a year. But now that they endured location change and conference change, they play a little bit more or less. So with that being said, this will be one of the most anticipated matchups, especially for those who've been following this rivalry for a very long time. As far as predictions, how do you think it'll go?
I do think Baylor is going to win this game. They have not lost this year yet. They're currently ranked 11th in the country. They won against West Virginia last week, 17-14. So they're coming from a very tough game. Their current coach, Coach Matthew Kenneth Rowe, he has played 3 years at Penn State, so he knows what's like to be a college football player. And he was actually coaching at Temple. I can see a trend here because he lost first of his seasons. He was having a very bad years in the very beginning, and then he was able to turn around his program and have a very competitive season. And then at Baylor, same thing. He lost in the beginning. He was 1-11, 7-6, and this year they're 8-0 so far. So they have been a very successful program. And finally, Charlie Brewer, he's a quarterback. He's been very successful this year. I do think Baylor is going to win this game.
Yeah, and no disrespect, Baylor has a highly powered offensive mindset. They're explosive, but I do believe TCU will pull it out. It'll be down to the wire, at least by a margin of 3 to 7 points. Just because every year TCU has always been in striking distance, but for some reason it just never works out. I believe Coach Gary Patterson does a very good job of keeping up with Baylor as far as points, because you absolutely have to score in order to just beat this team. So I believe this year he'll finally just break the curse. He'll finally get through quarterback Justin Rogers. I believe he'll step up. He's been getting a lot of disrespect due to him not showing up. So I believe he'll finally show up. This last year, they lost in a very tough game. I believe they'll play with a chip on their shoulders, just because that was a tough loss last year. They were supposed to win that game. So I believe TCU will finally just slug it out. They'll just get tired of it, and that's just how it'll go. That's how it'll go.
Guys, thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.
All right, peace.